Hello everybody. All I ask is just 5 minutes of your valuable time. I'm not saying it's amazing or highly interesting or nothing of that. But I'd like to ask, would it not be rewarding for each one of us to know the kind of personality we possess? I'm sure you'd agree such an information would be remunerating. Each one of us has a fair idea about our personality, although not in depth, but our strengths and of course our weaknesses. We normally tend to work on our strengths. Most often, the weaknesses persist. Then there are hidden strengths and weaknesses. Many times, it takes us years to realize and then cultivate these hidden strengths, or what you call the newfound talent. Knowing one personality early enough can help us immensely. How often do we come across world famous personalities, highly talented people in leadership positions, in politics, in sports, in movies and the like, at times acting dumb. Not only acting dumb, but doing really crazy stuff. Why does it happen? It's just that the negative traits are showing out. If only someone had mentored them, had helped them get corrected, it would have, helped them immensely. Most often, brilliant careers come to an end because of these negative traits, resulting in foolish acts by these people. There's this world famous personality capturing method called the Ennegram. This system has been the inspiration for multiple Enneagram personality tests globally, with hundreds of books written on its basis for personality development, spiritual growth, relationship building, and of course career development. The Enneagram reflects the patterns in how people imagine the world and how they behave and how they manage their emotions. The last part, emotions, is very important. The Enneagram is a personality quiz which identifies the type of personality you really are. After going through an Enneagram test, you assigned one of the 9 personality types. In some cases, you may be assigned a secondary type. So it could turn out to be 3W4, meaning 3 is your primary Enneagram or your primary type and 4 is the secondary type. Understanding your Enneagram type helps you to work and build on your strengths and negate your weakness. The name Enneagram comes from Greek. Ennea is a Greek word for 9, and gramma means something that's drawn or written. According to the Enneagram, every personality has a certain worldview and looks at the world through their own lens or filter. That is why people behave in certain ways or in different ways at different times. But one thing to be understood is that we are all born with certain personality types. So it's inbuilt in us. We can't make to order our personality. But after understanding a personality type, under proper guidance, we can sincerely attempt to correct the shortcomings. By describing how your personality adapts and responds to both stressful and helpful situations, the Enneagram helps show opportunities for personal development and provides a foundation for the understanding of others. When you hear the traits of others, you wonder, if only I had that trait. The grass always appears greener on the other side. But let me reassure you that people under each of those 9 Enneagrams have done well in life. Some with the same Enneagram have done better, much better than others, and some others have unfortunately failed. So thankfully, it's not about inheriting the desired trait, it's about how best we make use of these traits. If I take my own case, when I went through the Ennegram test and got my result, I imagined, oh, if only I had known my Enneagram early in my career, it would have benefited me immensely. Way back, I do remember my first yearly assessment, the feedback that I got from my then boss. He did cite my strengths and weakness, but I was not in sync with it. I just shook my head, I just shook my head and agreed with him. But really, I had my share of disagreements. Most often, these assessments are situational rather than objective. Now, next year, there was another boss, and he had a different viewpoint. Thankfully, he was a great boss, and working under him was a revelation. He was what he called a mentor. He started getting to know me better, and he started explaining to me my strengths, my weakness. In fact, over a period of time, I myself started getting to know my strengths and my weaknesses, and this was just registering into me, and I was able to attempt mid-course corrections. So, how do you undergo an Enneagram test? These guys, R4 Consulting, do a great job of it. Just click the link here under, and those guys will get back to you. Thank you.